The AI gold rush is here, and it's creating new millionaires every single day. As we speak, entire industries are collapsing, jobs are being replaced, and the economy is shifting in real time. But if you're like 99% of people, it's very likely that you're still sleeping on this generational opportunity. If I'm being honest with you guys, this is your best shot at getting rich since the dot-com boom back in the 90s. And if you miss it, it just might be the last chance you ever get. So today, I'm gonna break down the 6 steps I'm personally using to get rich with AI and how you can do the exact same even if you're starting from absolute zero. And the first step is to learn the basics. You don't need to master AI to get rich. You just need to learn the basics. You don't even need to learn how to code or do anything complicated. You just have to start using these AI tools daily in your workflow. And to be real with y'all, it's actually much easier than you think. Pretty much every day for the last 6 months, I've been using ChatGPT to help with my day-to-day work, from business strategy to video ideas. I even use it for my daily workouts and the occasional piece of life advice. It was from doing this that I truly started to understand how crazy this technology actually is, and more importantly, start to learn how to push it to its full potential. And keep in mind, I've made over $10 million in my 20s through a variety of business models, software, e-com, coaching, content. But I'm telling you guys, I've just never seen anything like this. So 6 months ago, I dropped pretty much everything to focus entirely on this AI gold rush because I've genuinely never seen a bigger opportunity in my entire life. And you need to do the same if you want to get rich this year. So if you want to make money with AI and you're a complete beginner, step number 1 is set up an account on an app like ChatGPT and then use it every single day religiously. It's super easy to use, but try your best to push it to its absolute limits just so you can understand what it's capable of. Very quickly, you're gonna find a variety of ways that you can use it to improve your life. And from there, you will have a solid foundation and a basic understanding of how to use these tools to launch a profitable business in no time. The big question is, what industry are you going to decide to build your business in? Now, what I consider to be a good industry is one that hits on these 3 criteria. Is it easy to learn? Does it have low startup cost? And is it scalable? So right now, I want to compare the 4 most popular AI business models against each other so we can come to a conclusion and see which one is the best for people just starting out. We've got AI agency. We've got AI app, which is what most people think you need to get rich with AI. We've got AI coaching and AI commerce. So I want to go through each of these and rank them based on a few criteria. The first is learning curve. Now, starting an AI agency has a very high learning curve. You have to get to the point where you are a master with AI before you can start selling people packages for thousands of dollars a month. That's what you do with an AI agency. So I would say the learning curve is very high. And I would also say the scalability is very low. The problem with agencies is that you have to deliver the work yourself. So once you have one client and you're making $2,000 a month, that's great. But once you have 20 clients, now you're in a situation where you're making more money, but you have no time. My big problem with the agency is basically a glorified 9-to-5 job that doesn't have any real scalability. Now, the one good thing about the agency model is that it has really low startup capital. Like, you could basically start this business up with next to $0. But the problem is it's really hard to learn and it doesn't scale very well. And the last thing I would also say is that the agency model has pretty low risk. You're not going to lose much by starting this model, but it has a high learning curve and it's not very scalable. Now, the next one that I want to talk about is building an AI app. The AI app model is not for everybody. It's not for most people because the learning curve is extremely high. I'm even going to put high plus. The scalability is the highest of all of these. The scalability is the highest of all of these by far. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a positive mark on that one. I would say very high. But here's the kicker when it comes to an AI app. If you want to build a world-class AI app, you need to spend over $100,000. And keep in mind, I've built multiple software companies, and I recently sold my e-commerce software last year in a multi-million-dollar deal. E-commerce and software are two industries that I know very well. And when I tell you that starting a new software company from scratch is not for beginners, just please take my word on that. It's not easy. And the risk as a result of that is extremely high. So AI app is not the best for a beginner. The next thing that you can do is do AI consulting. So you can reach out to businesses and you can consult with them on how to implement AI solutions into their company. And I actually don't hate this one. I would say the learning curve for this one is somewhere in the middle. You don't need to be a super expert. You can just have a little bit of knowledge and you can sell your knowledge to these companies. As opposed to the agency where you're building out solutions, the coaching is just selling your knowledge. The scalability, though, again, is the problem because you're doing client-based work. It's going to be very difficult for you to scale this past $100,000 a month unless you're on the phone literally 24/7. Startup capital for this one is also relatively low. I would say next to nothing. It comes down to probably about maybe $100. You need to obviously get comfortable with the tools. You need to start using these things. You need to start calling people. But in general, it's pretty low. You don't need that much money. And I would also say the risk for this business model is extremely low. I mean, you just have to go out there and start selling services. It's no surprise that my favorite business model on this list is AI commerce. And a lot of people don't even know about it. Most people know about dropshipping and e-com, but there's a new wave right now where we can use AI tools to launch our own e-commerce business from scratch. And the learning curve now to start a successful e-commerce business has never been lower. You can launch your own store in just a couple of seconds and use all these AI tools to get everything off the ground. So the learning curve for AI commerce is very low. The scalability of an e-commerce business is extremely high because when you have one product that is getting sales and you have a marketing campaign that is running every single day, well, guess what? You have a business that is making you money passively while you sleep. That's why I believe e-commerce is one of the best models out there, and AI just made it easier than ever. Now, I will say, if you want to do this the right way, there is a little bit of startup capital. You know, you're going to have to put a couple $100s into this. You're going to have to get your Shopify plan. You're going to have to invest in some apps. You're going to have to put a little bit of money into advertising. But if you start this business with $250, you're off to the races. You don't need to have tens of thousands of dollars. You can start with a couple $100, and this business model can really be the one that changes your life like it did for me. And the last thing I would say is the risk is extremely low. You're going to use these AI tools to do everything for you. They're going to build your store. They're going to help you find products. They're going to help you make your ads. So the risk there is not that much. So out of all the business models that you could choose from in terms of building your own AI company, I think it's a no-brainer that AI commerce is the best option, especially for beginners who are just getting started. Based on all these criteria, I think the choice is very clear on which one you should focus on. So that brings the million-dollar question. How are we going to execute on this and build one of these profitable AI e-commerce stores? Well, the first step before anything else is to build your AI toolkit. Look, the amount of AI tools out there in the market today can be a bit overwhelming. And if I'm being honest with y'all, it's really hard to choose the right ones to focus on to build your business around. So what I want to do today is just give you my personal AI toolkit that I use for my own stores. Thanks to AI, now you can pretty much automate the entire process of getting your store off the ground. There's literally tools for everything from building a store, doing product research, and even creating extremely realistic video ads with real people. Because I believe so much about the future of AI, I wanted to first give you guys the golden opportunity to capitalize on this. So listen, I've been spending the last 3 months of my life 24/7, no sleep, every day, creating a 100% free challenge where you can have the chance to win $100,000 cash simply by starting your first AI dropshipping store. Not only will I be giving you all the tools and knowledge to build your first $1,000 a day store, but I'll even create your store for you for 100% free. This is called the AI Com Challenge. And inside this free platform, you're gonna get everything you need to get started. And like I said, I'm gonna even be giving away $100,000 in cash to whoever completes this challenge in the next 90 days and earns the most amount of money. This is not just a course. This is not just a giveaway. This is a real challenge with real stakes. There's gonna be thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of people that join, but one person is gonna win $100,000 and change their life forever. The big question is it gonna be you? I just want you to close your eyes for a second and imagine how different your life would be with an online store generating $1,000 a day and $100,000 cash in your pocket. The choice is yours. You can keep doing the same things every day or finally take a shot at the life you've been dreaming of. You can sign up now at aicom.co. It's completely free and your best shot at getting rich in this AI gold rush. The link to get started is down below in the description. So now we've decided on a business model. Now we've built our store. It's time to finally start getting customers. The best way to do this in 2025 is with AI UGC ads. You can automatically generate these extremely realistic AI ads to sell any product you want and then post those videos for free on TikTok or use them to run ads on Facebook. Facebook ads, honestly, are the thing that made me my first million. Learning how to master this skill set me free with e-commerce and all the other businesses I've launched over the last couple of years. But now it's easier than ever to succeed with Facebook ads because the biggest struggle that I had in the beginning of my journey was making these high quality creatives. Like, it used to take me hours and hours to go and find different footage from the internet, put it into an editing software, learn the best style to put it together, add music, chop it up, add captions. Well, now AI automated this entire process and allows you to make better ads than I used to make back in the day. So it's really, in my opinion, one of the best times ever to start to learn how to run paid advertising because you have all these crutches, you have all these handicaps that you can use at your disposal. Literally, all you have to do is find products that are currently trending on TikTok, create fresh video ads with AI, and with one good ad, a decent product, and a couple bucks in advertising, you can easily start getting customers. And then we can start using AI to automate the operations of your entire business. Thanks to AI, you can automate most of the essential operations in your business. Of course, I'm not gonna sell you the dream that you have to do nothing and make completely passive income. You still have to put in the work to build your business. But a lot of the boring stuff that we used to have to do can now be fully replaced by AI. So therefore, once you start getting customers, you should try to automate as much as you can to free up your time to focus on the important stuff like marketing and store optimization. For example, one of the things that used to be the biggest pain for me was customer service, whether I was doing it myself or having to hire a team to do it. But now with AI, you can fully automate your customer support. You can even add live conversational chatbots that sell your products for you. It's absolutely crazy. And every big company in the world is doing this. Go ahead and call up your favorite company. You're not gonna talk to a human. You're gonna talk to a conversational AI robot. It's unfortunate, but it's just the way that the world is heading. And you can use these same exact systems in your small business to get back your free time to focus on the stuff that is truly important. There's even tools that I use to automate the order fulfillment. So now the two most annoying tasks, customer service and fulfillment, are completely handled by AI. And once you have this foundation set up, you pretty much have everything you need to start scaling your business. I always tell people you're just one product away from changing your life forever. Once you find your first winning product and set up a foundation for your store, your life will never be the same. Growing an e-commerce business completely changed my life. I was a dead broke kid who never excelled in anything in my life. But this business model is the one that set me free and made me my first million while I was still in college. And I still believe it's the best business for anyone who is just getting started in their journey. And now, as you saw today, thanks to AI, it's never been easier to make this work. If you want to do this, I seriously recommend you join my free challenge. I put over 100 racks of my own money into developing this because I wanted to create the world's greatest free university for anyone who wants to get rich online. Believe me when I tell you that there is nothing else like this on the internet today. You're gonna get the best education, a free custom built store, and a chance to win $100,000 in real cash. It's time for you to stop watching from the sidelines and finally start that business you've been planning out for the last 6 months. This right here, this is your chance. Don't miss out. Thanks for watching.